So in part one, I gave some background. This is a cider that's like 6 months old or something like that. This is a cider that's like a day and a half old. So different stages of their life. With this one, because this was my first batch of cider, I was really worried about sanitization and sterilization, so I almost kind of went overboard. Whereas this, I'm trying to be a little bit more lax. Now, I'm not saying it's dirty or anything like that. It's still, everything is sterilized, everything's sanitized. But, for instance, because this is so vigorous and this foam is building up, I am allowing that gas to escape a little bit. I should have said this in part one, but as a quick disclaimer, really, like, the only way to make mostly sure that your stuff isn't going to spoil due to contamination or bacterial growth or whatever is to treat it like it's a lab environment. So total crazy sterilization, sanitization, whatever. But what I think is that this, even allowing a little bit of air to come out, is totally okay. And here's why. There's so much positive pressure in there right now that I would imagine that when I do open this just a little bit and just start to let that gas out, the gas is coming out, no air and therefore contaminants are going to be able to get in. So in primary, I really don't think it's a big deal. And in fact, a lot of people do their primary fermentation just in a bucket that's just covered with cheesecloth so you don't get like bugs and rats or whatever in there. Now in secondary, I think it matters a little bit more, but I mean, realistically, if you're over like 3% ABV, you're probably gonna be mostly fine with not having things growing in there. But again, because I've put so much time into this so far, I don't want to screw it up. And so I really don't open this very much. And when I do, it's only to take samples, and that's with sterilized equipment and all that stuff. Now to address the headspace, because that's kind of a big issue and oxidation's an issue with cider, the way I'm dealing with that is actually by spraying wine saver in there, which is like a mixture of, I think it's argon, nitrogen, and CO2. And that displaces the oxygen. It's heavier than the oxygen, so just like what we will be having form in here when all this foam goes down, we'll have a blanket of that gas that won't cause this to oxidize, push the oxygen out the top. So in my opinion, it's totally okay to especially if it's in a really vigorous primary like that. Like, let's see, it's 72-ish, 70 maybe in here. So this is going pretty strong. I think it's completely okay to expose it to a little bit of oxygen. But as a general rule, definitely err on the side of sterility. But so long as you're not like spitting in it or putting your dirty fingers in there, you probably won't have issues. And I will post an update when that's done fermenting so we can see if I'm right.